Everybody, I have a very special guest in the studio today. Stay tuned with ChrisLove. That was some awesome moves. What was that? Karate? Please enlighten me.
No, that was MMA kickboxing with a background of Taekwondo. It's MMA and kickboxing, the main martial arts that I currently do.
Thank you. Kaitlyn, can you please introduce yourself and just give us some background on?
Sure. Hi, my name is Kaitlyn. I have been doing martial arts since I was 8 years old, and it's become the main portion of my life ever since.
Oh wow. And when did you start all of this? How old were you when you started?
I was 8 years old when I started, and I started with Taekwondo.
Wow.
I went with one of my little brother's Taekwondo classes, and I thought, man, that is cool. From there, it has been no looking back.
All right. So you started when you were 8 years old.
Yes.
What is the minimum age that you can start on this?
I would say maybe 4 years old.
4 years old.
It's an ideal age because before that they're still like learning to walk and how to grab properly. Before that I would put them into child development, and if they do start at such a young age, I would suggest that they rather start with the traditional art like Taekwondo or something very traditional. Muay Thai is very traditional. They start maybe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu focused or wrestling focused, because they really focus on the fine development into their ages. And then when you get around about say 10, you can start looking at branching out to more informal martial arts like kickboxing and MMA, grappling competitions as well. I mean, you can always start earlier as well depending on how you developed as a younger child.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking you this, say 4 years old, would that child, if that child is properly trained and everything, would that child be able to protect themselves?
Say they were in a situation where they were perhaps picked up, if they were maybe doing martial arts in like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or wrestling as their development, which I would suggest more for self-defense. They would, because they would know to take the back and choke. But then again, if it's a full-grown man, that person's probably going to be 80, 90 kilograms heavier. So not really. But say it's just a school bully, they would 100% be able to deal with themselves.
Okay. So that's actually where I'm getting to. So you're in a position to, if you find yourself in a dangerous position, to actually protect yourself or to get out of that situation.
Well, firstly is to know the basics of self-defense. Not everything is going to be solved with your fists. A lot of the time when you speak, you can solve it, and making sure that you're well educated in your words is a good option. But also to never enter a room where you don't know the exits from. You should always enter when there's more than one exit and you are aware of the exits. Also, the problem with the self-defense situation like that, you are the unprepared and the attacker is the prepared, and they usually come with groups. So your self-defense is very for danger and damage.
Okay.
So if you're not someone who likes to hurt someone, you're most likely going to want to know your exits. And also the first self-defense you'll ever learn is 100-meter dash. If you can get away from the other person, they can't hit you. Also for the fact that if you are hit, you're probably going to end up with a bloody nose, or you're going to have a broken eye, collarbone, broken bone. Possibilities are high. You also never know if the person is armed. So that's a different self-defense on its own. You can always learn to be self-defense, like know the self-defense where if somebody swings at you, they kick you, they pick you up and throw you. That's basic self-defense, but when you get to gun defense and you get to knife defense, that's a whole different story.
So why did you start with the sport? Was it for that reason particular, or is it just for the fun of it?
I just thought it was really cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, my brother though, he was being a bit bullied at school, and I must say martial arts gave him the confidence to stand up to the bullies, and he's growing into a very amazing fighter, and now he does it because he's got a passion for it. For me, I just thought it was a really cool thing, and there was just an instant passion to it. I find a lot of fun in it.
Okay, so you have a little shop, not a little shop, but you have like a boxing teaching classes going on. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So we have classes 5 days a week. Sometimes we even do a Saturday class, and Sundays we have gi. We focus on pretty much everything. We are currently doing our kickboxing through KFS, and there we can do full contact, continuous, point sparring. We can do a type of MMA that's currently being developed through them as well. For grappling, we also do MMA focused affiliated through Gamma. Then our grappling, we do all types of grappling competition. If the competition is in reach and we have people interested in it, we most of the time go and do it. Our favorite grappling competition is versus, and will always be versus. It's so much fun. The energy of grappling competitions are just amazing. And for people that don't know what grappling is a mixture of judo, MMA, and jiu-jitsu. You get to learn the takedowns from judo and wrestling, depending on how the person's developed, what's their interest. Sometimes body types just work better for the one or the other, and you get to learn the control on the ground from wrestling and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu hybrid, and then you learn the submissions from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Awesome. So your shop is in what do you call it? The studio?
It's just a gym. We're not very formal with the names.
Is it okay? We're gonna put some of your numbers up. You are situated in?
Yes,
definitely. Where are you situated?
We're situated in Baltimore Street. I'm not too sure what's the shop number, but we're right next to Blake Barbers.
In Emalahleni, right?
Yes.
With Bank. Awesome. So let's talk about your achievements. I know that you have, since you started, achieved quite a lot. This is the time for you to blow your own horn.
I do have quite a few achievements, not just MMA and kickboxing, taekwondo, but the taekwondo I did though have multiple national champ titles, and I also got my Protea colors once there. That's my presidential colors, so you don't go overseas, but if something had to happen to the people overseas, you would be sent in as a backup. And then after a while of the taekwondo, I moved over to the kickboxing. Kickboxing, I have a couple national titles in points, continuous, and in evolution. Points, continuous, or full contact. I don't do K1, not yet. I haven't got a couple fights with that one. With the MMA, I've also got national champ titles, and then I have my South African colors for MMA. I went over to the Worlds, and I've gone 2 times to Abu Dhabi for the IMMA World Championships. I have 2 bronze medals.
Wow.
With the kickboxing, I was African champion in 2022. That was the African Continentals through WACO. Then for grappling, I just do it for the fun. There's not really like you can get colors for it.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun thing to go in competitions. I do compete in the women's division, even though I'm not 18 yet. I just do it so that I can have some more fights. And you know, it's a fun experience because you get to learn what age and what development can really do for someone.
Tell me about your idol. And
I have a few people that I do follow. Dricus du Plessis, Cameron Simon, and Valentina. Valentina, I think her name is Shimshu. They all 3 are currently in the UFC, but they are all phenomenal fighters.
Tell us about Dricus.
Dricus du Plessis, amazing backstory. A lot of people don't know, but he's actually a kickboxer as well. He used to do kickboxing and then went into wrestling. Really an awesome guy, got heart, he's in the community. I mean, how many people can you think of that go compete overseas, I mean for the UFC of all, and after they're back they've got a weekend free, oh, I'll go do this grappling competition that's local. Him and Cameron as well. Cameron, I really praise him for that as well, because these are phenomenal fighters with massive names.
Thank you very much. I want to wish you everything of the best with your future endeavors, and we're definitely looking out for you. Oh, just one more thing. The sports in the Olympics?
I know Gama is currently looking at going on the Olympics, or they are in the Olympics. I'm not 100% sure.
Awesome.
I think some kickboxing organizations might be as well.
Thank you, but that's your goal, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
Olympics would be an awesome opportunity, and if it is there, I'll take it. But I'd much rather be fighting for one championship or UFC.
Thank you.